to be watching right now. Oh,
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree. I'm very excited for this match myself. Looking at the board instantly, 4 moons from Deepwood is a very good center square. So having a good center square opens up both diagonals for like the possibility. Right now, TLBR, it looks feasible to get, but it's not the earliest finish. But just having that good center square, it opens up 4 lines as potential to not be completely unusable. So good to see to start off.
Yeah, I think so far I can see a Metro lock, so I think they definitely have to go to Metro, unless I'm being dumb.
Yeah, currently there's 2 Snow Seaside goals, 3 Barrier Moons from Snow, and 20 Regionals from Snow. I don't see any. And there's 2 Metro. Are both diagonals locked? Oh, there's also 6 movements. Yes, this is going to be a Metro finish or later.
At least a Metro finish, which is fine. I don't mind a Metro finish, personally, but yeah, this board does look like really interesting to route, because you've sort of got like a lot of decisions to make. Like, do you like tie in like those regional coins goals together, like 175 and all regionals in 2 kingdoms, and then also do like regional coins Metro, Wooded, Sand, because like there's a lot of like synergy with regionals on this board that the runners might decide to go for. So that could be interesting. What else? I don't think this board is like bad. Like, there's not really any awful squares to avoid, really. Maybe like 26 Moon Sand does it at a push, but like I think all these goals are pretty solid. Like, there's nothing I would like say absolutely not to.
I completely agree with that assessment. The main thing, like, since you're going to go to Metro, like you mentioned, the 26 Moons and Sand is not going to be the greatest idea. However, it does have some good synergy with the 7 Treasure Chest Moons. And if you decide to get PC, you can get Timer Challenge from that, but not the greatest. But as well as the 6 Music Notes. So there is good synergy there, but still probably want to avoid that if at all possible. Another one that you might want to avoid is the all regionals in 2 kingdoms, but similarly, it is a lot of good synergy, so you could end up.
The all regionals goal in 2 kingdoms. It honestly, I don't mind it, but it can take a while, especially if your like goals don't center like in. Let's take Cascade for example. So there's no real Cascade goals apart from 3 moons from 8-bits, but like you wouldn't do the 8-bit moon in Cascade. You get a different one, because the one in the 2D area is kind of long. So if you were to do all regionals, you'd have to get those 4 in that. But you know, like, I mean, I could see that as a possibility, but then you have to sort of decide between what other kingdom you want to do it in, like Lost or Lake. Or if you do a Cap revisit, maybe Cap, but I feel like Cap has a lot in sub areas, so.
Yeah, Cap purple coins. I'm pretty sure the world record is right around 3 minutes for just getting all the purple coins as quickly as possible. So there are definitely going to be situations where it's good, but also can be very not worth, because, like Eden mentioned, you do have to go into a lot of sub areas. So
I mean,
very situational.
I think it could work nicely because you have 6 moons from Shard, and you also have 5 primer challenges, so it maybe has like Cat Kingdoms, like regional coins could be worth it. So that's what I find really interesting about this board. It's just like you could even justify doing like one of the probably worst squares on this board with like, because of like the connections with other squares. So I find that quite interesting. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what route the runners take, because it's just so open. Like, I don't think there's like an objectively bad route or an objectively good route on this board. Whereas with a lot of boards, you can, like, say immediately, oh
Don't
yeah,
do
that's a good route, or like, oh no, I definitely don't want to do that one. But like, yeah, I think this board's pretty versatile and open. I guess the only thing to be cautious of is pairing like 6 music
Ooh,
notes. Oh no, that's an unfortunate death from Lucid. I guess the only like thing is pairing music notes with snow. That could be a thing, but I think because these runners are like they have a lot of knowledge in this game, I don't think they'll make a mistake like that.
yeah, you need for 6 music notes. It sounds like a very good goal, but you do need to go to the Seaside Kingdom for that. That's why planning
Yeah.
out to go all the way to snow is not going to be the best option, since generally you want to go only to either snow or seaside, not both.
Yeah, and the only way to get the snow music notes is if you do world peace, so
Yeah, that's
it's something to bear in mind if you do those. But apart from that, I think like I said, this route could be good. Um, yeah, I think on this board I'd maybe try to pair the 40 regionals wooded with the 50 regionals in wooded. I think that's a free square that you could do. So maybe like you do column 2 and row 2 maybe. Um and then another thing to go with it, like the deep woods square, like maybe column 3 as well.
Oh
But
no,
yeah, we'll
Lucid.
see.
He despawned the dino, but he didn't go far enough away to let it respawn.
Oh
That's
yeah.
very
That
annoying.
that dino is super annoying to like respawn. Like it's so annoying. Yeah, and I can see Lucid having an issue, but he is getting the timer challenge. So possibly looking at column 4 or the diagonal or row 2. So definitely opens some routing options for Lucid there. And he's also getting the regionals, so probably more inclined at column 4 for Lucid.
Yeah, it looks like
Um,
Lucid might be going for APC here because he's having a little bit of trouble locating all of the regionals, but he's still being very keen about getting all of them.
yeah.
So potentially could be seeing the all regionals in Two Kingdoms Square. And on that note, there are a lot of good routes that the only like really objectionable
Oh,
thing is that square. So potentially, I don't think it's that unlikely we could see a route with that. KVG likely not going to be doing it since Lake All Purple Coins is a good amount slower than Cascade relative to how long the kingdom is in any percent.
yeah. Yeah, I
So
think when you do like all regionals in Two Kingdoms, it's definitely preference. I think Lost, it's hard, but at the same time, you don't have to do like these long sub areas. Like in Lake, you have the purples in the like sub area with the treasure chest and like the fuzzies, or like you don't have to go into this long sub area that Lucid's currently in.
that's a great
Um,
stuff area, by
so
the way.
that's an advantage in Lost. Um, but I feel like it makes more sense to do regionals in Cascade or Lake because, like I said, you can like tie in those squares with what you're doing. Like you can get the 8-bit moon in Cascade, and you can get like the treasure chest moons in Lost, and also the timer challenges. So
Speaking
yeah,
of all of those things, Lucid grabbing the 8-bit in the Cascade sub area, as well as the 2 timer challenges. So that's
yeah, I
something he
think
might be going for.
he's definitely looking at the diagonal and column 4 and maybe row 1. I think that's could be a thing that Lucid's doing for sure.
Yeah, I don't really like row 1 on this board just because there's very little seaside synergy. Although 2 out of the 6 notes moons are also 2D moons, so there is some decent synergy there. But I'm
Right.
still not exactly liking that column just because there's so little seaside synergy, and you need to go into the Jaxie Ruin sub area, and that's not very fast in of itself. But again, there's synergy with all of those options. It's very hard to say what
I
actually is
don't
going
know, because there are regionals in that Jet Sea sub areas. I mean, they're not the
True.
fastest regionals in the world, but there's still 2 moons in there,
and
and
regionals, which
there's
is a
still
lot.
purples. So, and there's also the music notes. So, it could be a thing.
Yeah, you never know. Like again, I personally don't like that square, but there are plenty of options that can make it viable on this board. This
Yeah.
is just a very nice board to have because there are so many viable routes,
Yeah.
which is pretty uncommon. Currently, I'm kind of
KVG.
thinking about combining about a snow finish, just because there's a little bit of synergy in the fact that in order to get 20 regional coins in snow, you do need to enter one of the barrier rooms. And in 2 of the barrier rooms, there's actually really fast purple coins, so
Yeah.
that pairs
I think,
together pretty well.
yeah, I think it's interesting that KVG just got the 8-bit moon and then the story moon. I don't know if that means if he's gonna do shards in the sand, but based on where he's going, might not be, but I just thought it was interesting that he got the story moon. I guess it's a fast moon if you're going to that area anyway. Oh, is he gonna do the Podgers jump? Or is he just going to the sub area and he's debating me? He's going to the sub area. Alright.
Yeah, but I'm thinking column 2 and row 5 work really well together, as well as potentially with those ones you could do either row 2 or row 1. Oh wait, not row 1. Sorry, row 2. I was just talking about how row 1 is not what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking currently, because there's some pretty good synergy, but yeah.
Yeah, I think if I were to do that route, I'd probably do like column 3 or something like that. Or even one of the diagonals, like bottom left, top right. No wait, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't know, I'd probably column 3 with that route.
Column 3 is good there, but the having to focus on regional coins a little bit, kind of, and doing the jump rope hero kind of.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because you're getting you're getting 85, and I guess like getting 90 extra regionals is a lot. But if you're going to snow, then getting 90 regionals shouldn't be that bad. So
yeah, that's true.
That's why I think it's alright. And jump rope hero, I guess it's kind of annoying to do jump rope, but it's not that awful. So I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that route as well. And you know what? So row 5, column 2, column 3 for you is what you were saying.
Yeah, if I was to do that route, I don't know. I'm still unsure of what I would actually do though. Like I said, I like the column 2 row 2. Oh no, Lucid messed that up there, getting into that sub-area.
So one thing to pay attention to is Lucid is getting extra moons in sand. I mean, sorry, KVG is getting extra moons in sand. Excuse me. And he's also going for chest moons. It looks like, so 2 potential goals that could signify what route they're doing.
Yeah, and the fact that I think he's doing row 1, not row 1, sorry, column 1. Because he got the 8-bit and he planted the seeds. And he might be doing the moon shards, and then maybe row 4. No, I don't think. I don't know if he's doing row 4, but I think maybe column 5, if not.
I'm thinking he's not actually doing the moon shards. He's going for the 26 in sand actually, because he's been getting some of the faster sub areas, but they are still relatively out of the way. And he went into Sphinx just to get the moon. And the Shards moon is pretty slow, but atop the tallest tower when you're getting the 8-bit moon is pretty fast. So that could potentially be what he's thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the fact that he got the 8-bit moon and he's getting treasure moons. Like, he doesn't have to get moon shards because I'm pretty sure you can get 6 without it. Oh wait, can you?
You can. You can.
Yeah, you can. If you're doing a cap free visit, it's free.
And
So,
Metro as well.
yeah,
Metro has 3 shards in sub areas.
So yeah, definitely doesn't need it. But he is doing the sub area. Probably maybe for the music notes, so that's interesting.
That's another thing I was thinking as well. Row 1, column 5 work pretty well together if you're going for music notes. As I mentioned, two of the 6 music notes moons are also 2D moons, so that covers 2 of the 3 8-bit sections you need in row 1. And then for the 6 music notes moons, you need to get those anyway, since that's all of them up until Seaside.
Yeah, and he's also been getting Jet C from Freestand, so I think he's definitely doing row 2, column 5, and then row 1, probably. Yeah, I think that's his route.
Yes, and then he planted 1 seed in sand, which was the Plaza seed, the very fast one.
Yeah.
He could be planting all 3 in Metro and then 1 in Seaside.
Seaside, yeah.
Or he could plant another 1 in sand, which would also be a pretty fast option.
Yeah, looks like Lucid is getting this other sun. Like he's also looking at 5 seeds total. He also got an 8-bit moon earlier in Cascades whilst he was getting those regionals. So he was always doing that diagonal. So yeah, probably the diagonal and column 1 so far for Lucid, and row 1 as well. No, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe column 4. Yeah, column 4. Okay.
Oh, Lucid's not really in the right direction to this seed. Could be going for the purples, but like they're pretty not great.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he wanted the purples, and then. All right. Okay. he was like, okay, I need some purples here. These are the fastest ones I can think of right now.
So I want to say that 26 moons in Sand Route was very, very good. Almost definitely planned out, and that was incredibly well done because he's going to be going to Globe right now, and he exited Cascade. I'm going to say around 7 minutes. So like 10 to 11 minutes for all of these moons from Stand, as well as getting all these purple coins, is really, really good.
Oh, and he's also gonna buy the sticker, right? Yeah. Nice.
Yep. Use it for row 2.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, Lucid doing DSTA there. Probably. I hope his Wi-Fi is off. In case he accidentally pressed his start update or something. Yeah. KVG's Sun route was kind of planned, but Lucid did like spend a bit more time in Cascade. But yeah, that's pretty. What am I trying to say? It's pretty good that they're sort of finishing at the same time. Oh, he wants 100 coins to buy the moon. That's funny.
He jumped off the parasol, and then Cappy decided, I'm only going to home in on 2 of the coins, and he ended up with 99 rather than 101.
Yeah.
Cappy.
He just went to slots, but it's fine.
Unless
he already did slots. I don't know.
But yeah, looking at the rest of KVG's route, it's a whole lot of any percent, except for like getting the Notes Moons, Lake, and the even the 4 sub areas from Metro are going to be any percent. So pretty good.
Yeah, because you do bullet building and people's room. That square is actually good. Like I'm every time I see sub areas from Metro, but like it's actually really good in like when it's just 4 of them.
4 is quite literally
yeah,
the most free square if you're going past Metro. Because if you do the optimal any percent route, you're going to be getting 4 sub areas from Metro.
Yeah.
So good sub area choice from KVG. No synergy with the other one, and it is much slower. So smart decision. And pretty clean movement so far in this room. There are some slightly faster strats, but they are also much riskier. So going with what he's comfortable with, and very clean room overall.
Yeah, he still did the fast strat without messing it up really badly, and that's all I can say. Like, it's still pretty fun movement to see.
That's one of my favorite sub areas, and that has bingo potential.
I think it is a like I have like a love-hate relationship to it. It's like the push block Siberian cap, I believe.
I
Like
only hate
I
that one.
hate it because I just always die in it. But I love the way it's designed, and that's the same way how I feel about that one.
I have no appreciation for the design for that sub area whatsoever. The ledge grab animation can just screw you over completely. That sub area can just rot. I hate it so much.
Yeah, they're both like fighting Rengo at similar times, which is also interesting. Like Lucid's only got 1 moon before Rengo, and KVG got 2. Um, probably so that they can see like how many moons they still need to like get first, or like just because they want the timer challenge on top of the Rengo arena. So yeah, makes it more manageable doing Rengo first. I think when you like have to get all these extra moons. Push block is very bad. Listen, okay. I like the design, and I have a soft spot for it, but I also hate it because I've died so many times in it. Like, it's just a value dive waiting to happen, basically.
And faulty ledge grab gimmicks.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. The most annoying thing is when you're in the pylon and then you like you go to the next pylon too quickly and then you fall out of it. Like, why can't you just stay in the oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh, did Lucid mess up that timer challenge there? Or am I seeing things?
You better make this.
I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things. I thought he retried it. Looks like I'm just being dumb.
So looks like KVG is going to be getting an extra moon here for the timer challenge. At least I hope he does, because there's only 2 very fast timers in the rest of the run, one of which in Deep Woods. So that's
Yeah,
all he's got left. Then he can exit Lake.
yeah. Yeah, that's actually
Not yet.
interesting. Maybe KBG was, I don't know,
He
like,
has he
I
had
guess Lake's just hard because there's so many good treasure chest moons to get, especially with Lake Clip. So I guess it's sort of like an unavoidable extra moon, I guess.
Yeah, and he had to fight Rengo, so that's 3 moons, and he needed 2 from sub areas, 2 notes moons, 2 timer challenges, and now he's going to
Yeah.
get the sticker, and then he can leave. I forgot about the sticker.
Yeah, Lisa's also buying the sticker right now. And I think he's pulling ahead actually. That's interesting. Like,
Yeah, he's now ahead in Kingdom Progression. That is
yeah.
true.
Yeah, like I, I think this is like the
However,
first time we've seen like Lucid ahead in terms of like on the actual screen. So yeah, that's exciting.
so to put it in a little bit of perspective, Lucid did get purple coins in Cascade, and KVG got 26 moons in Sand. So both pretty big time sinks. I'd say 26 moons in Sand is more, unless you have like a really crazy route, which KVG did, then it might be a little debatable. But I'd still say the 26 in Sand is a bigger time sink.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're this close is pretty expected.
Yeah. I mean I think it just shows like how good like these runners are at like routing and like making decisions. The fact that they've chosen like different rows and stuff, but they're still kind of like really close together to make a really nice race for us. So yeah, it's exciting.
So
Um
Lucid already into Deep Woods. No, none of the 3 very fast purples there. Interesting. But
yeah,
going for potentially a darker route here.
yeah, there are a few good purples to get in Wooded, and if you get like the capture square, then Deep Woods is also good because like
Deep Woods
Lucid's
is
already
just.
captured 2
I
stuff.
think Deep Woods just needs more value. It only has treasure chests, captures, purple coins, Deep Woods
I
moons,
mean,
ground pound
it's got
moons, and
ground
Wooded. I
pound
think
moves. I think the Grandpa Moons are pretty important. If you get that square, because otherwise you have to fight Spewer. So and then you have to make your way all the way through Wooded again. So I think Deep Woods is like, I don't know. I hate on Deep Woods a bit because I get lost in it all the time just because I'm unfamiliar with it. But it's genuinely good, and like it's got 2 treasure chests. It's got the timer challenge that's pretty fast, and then it's got like 3 Grandpa Moons, I think, if I'm counting right. And it's
3.
also got like purples in it. So I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Deep Woods has far too much value in my honest opinion.
I know. It's just fun. So yeah.
It's definitely cool to see in routes. It makes routing Wooded a whole lot more interesting than it already is, which is saying something, because Wooded is already debatably the hardest kingdom to actually route in this. So
yeah. Also, it's got the other shiny rock in it. I forget about that. Like, if you do 3 moons from shiny rocks, then it's Deep Woods.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Lucid hasn't gone back from the timer challenge yet.
I think he got that at the beginning, but I'm not entirely
sure. Maybe I just missed it. We do have trackers now, though, so...
Well, tracker's not found for this one, but...
I thought we had a tracker for this one.
I did as well, but I'm not seeing it on the thing, so... We'll have to see, but...
I don't know. Maybe they dropped out. But,
Lucid did mark 5 timer challenges, so I really hope he ended up getting it. Otherwise, that would just be very bad.
I mean, you said that you saw him doing it. I probably just missed it, so yeah. But yeah. KVG, yeah, that looks pretty good for a nut clip. So yeah. I'm always scared whenever I see nut clip. I'm always scared to be like, oh, that looks really good, and then they don't get it, and I'm like, oh, because I don't do nut clip whenever I like decide to do runs, so it's like I'm scared. But yeah.
Sphinx time. Does he know the answer? He does. Let's go.
Oh, does he want the purples here? That's interesting.
There's a ton of purple. Why? Okay. There's a ton of good purple coins in the area past Sphinx, but he's probably going to get those later when he goes for Pipeway.
Yeah. I think this is the hardest part of Wooded to route, because if you don't like go up like through the gate by nut clip or do nut clip, then you're missing out on the nut moon, and then you have to like do the climb route. So I think it can be hard to decide when to get those purples. And get the purples behind the Sphinx. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah. I don't know. I think
I see that movement from Lucid. What is he doing now? He's going back inbounds for the purples. Okay, that makes sense. I'm surprised he didn't play it safe with what he's comfortable with the any % movement, but it ended up working. So
I mean, Lucid has a lot of experience in other categories, not just any %. Like,
but that was from no category.
I don't know. Like I said, he has pretty good like game knowledge and like how things work. So I'm not surprised that he was like, yeah, I can just get these purples now. Based on all the things that he's run.
Yeah. Also, Lucid did get a sticker in Wooded already. So
yeah,
that's
he did. He got it right at the start.
Yeah.
Oh no, KVG! Is that the no? Go into the death plane. Okay, okay, that's really scary. Like around there.
Point.
Oh my god! Yeah, he got the checkpoint. Thank God.
All right, don't do the flare fuser and just dive for these purple coins.
Yeah.
It worked.
I basically just do like the ground pound roll off like I would like go into pipes normally, but then I sort of angle myself more towards those purples, so yeah, sort of doing a hybrid route here with like getting this nut moon here. Still need like if he wants to get pipes and then another moon, then he still needs another moon to be getting. I don't know what he's gonna do though. Probably. I don't know actually.
Probably nut on the crumbling tower for the 4 purples near it, and then if he needs more after that, he can go up for tower skip.
Yeah, maybe.
But doesn't
He does need 50.
No, he will need more.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna warp out of pipes probably.
Has he? Oh, he hasn't gotten the 3 at the very beginning of Wooded yet. You're right. Wait. Okay,
What?
that's no, like he hasn't gotten the 3 at the very beginning of Wooded yet.
I don't know.
His last purples.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's gotten Shop Rock and Bunny yet. Is what I was saying.
Alright, yeah. Yeah. Possibly. Also,
so there's 50 purples for him.
Is this on his side?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back eventually, but for now, KVG is going to be heading into Cloud and Lost after this. He doesn't need coins, so no reason to get the hit art in Cloud, although that is no time loss whatsoever. So might as well just do it to be safe, well, being safer is probably just not going for it now that I think about saying that. But
I'm so confused right now. Oh my god.
looking ahead to Lost, KVG is probably going to be getting some regional coins just because Lost has a whole lot of fast regionals, and there is the 175 regional coin goal on his route, likely. He doesn't need to worry about 2D moons anymore since he needs to get the Metro one for the 6 moons from Notes and the 3D sections goal squares, and he already got the Sand Kingdom Tower one, so nothing to worry about there. So Lost should be pretty normal, similar to any percent. Same with Cloud, obviously, except for the regional coins.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see what's happened to Lucid here, so I'm just gonna check the race time, see if he's said anything.
Yeah. All that we can really do is hope that he's local recording his run, because since this is a randomly generated bingo board, it's very, very unlikely that he's able to have run every single seed beforehand and get it before. So as long as he has a local recording of this run, it will be acceptable. So hopefully the stream comes back soon, but there's nothing to worry about in terms of the match's validity. KVG unfortunately messing up the first Cloud phase, taking some captures. No issues there, but knocking Bowser one square a little bit too far away, but not a huge time loss. Oh, messing up the third phase as well. That's really annoying. Losing time in Cloud is very frustrating just because it's one of those kingdoms where it's a really straightforward boss and it's just really tilting to lose time there, but even if it's not that much, like 20 seconds probably in this case, but still, hate to see it.
Alright, so looks like KBG is about to enter the Lost Kingdom, which is very exciting. Because after you fight Bowser, like the Odyssey kind of like crashes, and then you have to get enough moons to fix it again.
And here we go with those purple coins. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not going to lose too much.
Oh
Though.
no, that's really unfortunate.
Just around 10 seconds, but again, one of those tilting mistakes. Lucid marking off on the bingo sync 3 moons from 8-bit section, so we can assume that he's not in Lost yet. I'd say that's safe to assume at least. And that he got the wooded moon.
Yeah, Lucid says he's local recording, so that's good at least.
Yeah, at least he's got that. Going up top for the sticker, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, probably going to do like the darker way of routing.
I'm interested into why he got stickers in Sand, Lake, and Lost. He could have gotten his 4th and 5th stickers in Metro and Snow, respectively, but choosing not to.
Yeah, but I think this kind of makes sense, because if he gets the checkpoint, then he can get the 8-bit moon. Is he not getting the checkpoint? Okay, then I don't know.
We'll still take him back there because he went into the shop, but he doesn't need the 8-bit moon since he needs to get the 8-bit moon in Metro for the notes
Which
moon.
is also a music note. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
So that's the only reason I'm a little bit confused that he went to this shop rather than Snow or Metro, but whatever works. Sorry, Seaside rather than Metro. I kept saying the wrong kingdom, and I just now realized that my mistake.
Yeah, that's alright. I think we all just get like confused. Yeah, TVG's just going through Lost normally now, I think.
Yeah, it just has this, then one of the cage moons, and then under the bridge, then he's done.
Yeah, because he's not doing 18, I don't think. Still picking up those purples.
Lucid will have to get APC here. So we'll kind of know, Lucid said he's local recording, but we'll kind of know whereabouts he is in his route progression when he marks the APC in 2 Kingdoms square. Because he's not going to Snow, and there's no other good kingdom he can get it in, because he doesn't want to get it in Metro. That's 100 purple coins, no thank you. So Lost is really fast for all purple coins, and he got Cascade, so that'll be at least somewhat significant of where he is. But right now, it's looking like it's KVG's match to lose, unless Lucid completely lost connection.
Lucid just comes back, and he's in like
luncheon.
Just to over-exaggerate, yeah, he's fighting mech right now.
Yeah.
Finished 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that'd be funny. I do actually really think it's interesting how both runners got 50 regionals in Wooded, but none of them marked off the 40 regional square. I thought that would have been like an obvious like line to go for with row 5 and column 2.
It is, but that requires Snow, and it looks like their routes are going to be going to Seaside, so they couldn't really pair it.
I think it makes sense, but I just find that interesting how both of their routes were kind of like, no, we're not going to Snow kind of thing. We're going to Seaside.
Yeah, I'm still of the opinion, mark everything to make the commentators confused, but...
Yeah, no, it's so bad, oh my god, it's just like... You know, I just sit there confused, and I'm like, no, making my life harder. 40's in a bad spot. Honestly, I like where 40 is. Like that's what I would be doing. I think I eventually decided on like I'd do like column 3 or something like that. But yeah, I liked where it is.
KVG is skipping quite a few regionals that are pretty fast. There's a pretty quick route to get 5 that he blew past, so hopefully he's got his regional coin route on lock, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. Oh, Lucid just marking the all regionals from 2 Kingdoms.
Yeah, so he must have done all regionals and lost. So yeah, that gives us an idea of where he is currently.
Yep. And now looking at Lucid's route, looks like he's. Ooh, we'll see whether he's doing column 4 when he marks 18 moons lost. But he could be doing. He's probably doing row 2. That seems pretty clear since he planted the seeds in sand, and he's been getting stickers. He's definitely getting top left, bottom right for the all regionals and 2 kingdoms, and then I guess he's probably going for row 1 just because of all the synergy with the 175 total regionals.
I can't remember if I saw Lucid get a lot of music notes though. Like in Sand, I don't remember him getting music notes, so I think he's doing column 4.
Yeah, that's very true. I forgot about that. So almost definitely doing column 4. So
Yeah.
Not done with Lost yet, according to the bingo sing board. Of course, he could have forgotten just to mark it or whatever, what have you. But at least we have some indication of whereabouts he is.
SpeedGaming5 coming in with a raid of 36. Welcome everyone to Bingo, where we're just watching KVG versus Lucid. Lucid is recording, and we're just seeing it as it goes, really. But yeah, this race has been pretty hyped so far because both these runners are pretty good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, we'll see KVG about to go into Day Metro, where we expect to see him do. Yeah, Lucid's definitely doing column 4. He just marked off 18 moves. So yeah, we'll probably see KVG do 25. Well, he's been picking up regionals, but there's a lot more easy regionals in Day Metro than in Night. And probably gonna finish off with these planting seeds as well. Probably. Did he plant 1 in Sand or is that Lucid? No, he planted 2, so I think he's gonna plant 2 here. And then get 1 last one in Seaside.
He needs to plant 3 here, I believe. I only saw him plant 1, unless I completely.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Lucid who planted 1 or if it was KVG who planted 1.
Lucid definitely planted 2.
Alright, okay, so yeah, he'll plant all 3 here, I think.
But there's his 5th sticker for KVG.
Yep.
And now for Metro, he needs to get the private room. He also needs to get the two any percent sub areas, bullet building, and people room. And then he also needs to get X number of regional coins for his 175 goal. Of course, he can also get some at Seaside. But there are some pretty good ones in Metro as well. So if you know where they are, Metro regionals can be very quick. But they don't have a whole lot of moon synergy, so that's not the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that Metro regionals. You're like the regionals in Metro, they're actually kind of like weird because although they're kind of like out in the open, they're not really near any percent like moons.
Yeah, they're not. You kind of have to just get them as though they're their own entity because they're all the ones that are even remotely close to the any percent route are not the fastest regionals. So it's kind of hard to route, especially a low regional coin goal, just because you do have to go out of your way at some point for them. Like KVG right now, going up for the 4 at the top of this building.
Yeah, like these are so out of the way. It's like it's kind of funny. But yeah,
He needs to plant the seeds.
Yeah, he forgot to plant the seed. Yeah, he's just realizing.
He probably, I guess he didn't forget, but he probably is just now figuring out the best way to get it into his route. It'd just be to do it as early as possible.
Yeah, it's also interesting that he didn't plant the. I think you have to throw that seed away and not sit down for it. For it.
I respect, since he didn't know that, I respect him playing it safe to do this all the way first. I definitely think that's a good plan. Because if you get screwed and the seed despawns, it doesn't. But since he doesn't know that it doesn't, definitely smart
Yeah.
just altogether.
I've had issues with that seed despawning, the one that he just planted, because I accidentally threw it off the building, and then it took me too long to go back down and get it, so yeah, it is so bad. Yeah, he will need to remember to plant the seed by the guitarist. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go into bullet building.
2 of his sub-area moons in here. Let's see if he gets the good cycle.
Yeah, bullet building's a pretty scary sub-area to be in. Like, if you mess it up, then you're gonna lose a lot of time just due to, like, the cycles and stuff, so...
This looks good,
Yeah.
though. Oh, no! Not...
Oh,
Cappy.
commentator's curse!
Cappy. No, that was... I don't even... Okay,
I'm
that was...
kidding, I'm kidding. Oh no, the real commentator's curse!
I want to explain
No!
why that happened, though. Essentially, the motion controls in this game are garbage, so it decided to pick up a motion control cap throw instead of an up throw, because that makes perfect sense. Shaking your controller down is very similar to shaking it up. So,
Looks
yeah.
like Lucid has completed plant 5 seeds, so he chose to plant 3 in Metro. No, Tucci! So it looks like he chose to plant all 3 in Metro, which is interesting. Because, like I said, if you're going Seaside, then it's quite easy to plant 1 less seed.
Yeah. And there's
So
about a minute, I believe, of delay from the stream to the bingo sync board. So Lucid appears as though he's catching up in this case because he just purchased all 5 stickers and he just planted the 5 seeds. So who knows how far he's in Metro, but this could be close.
oh wait, Lucid big brains this entire thing and was like spotting the early finish in Metro.
Early
We're
finish is not worth it. I don't think. Wait,
quote
he's done?
unquote early finish.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
done.
look, he's
Oh my
got 3
god.
rows.
I didn't even notice that you didn't have. He doesn't have to do 6 music notes. Wow. I did not see. Man, it sucks that we couldn't see what he was doing. Otherwise, I probably would have noticed.
Lucid, please mark your dot done in the race time room because otherwise I have no idea. Like what
Yeah, I
time
wrote
you got?
done. What's going on?
Okay, okay, he's marked the dot done. Okay, I can mark it on the thing now. So yeah, GG's to Lucid with the win out of nowhere because unfortunately he's had some tech difficulties. But he did say he's local recording, so if anyone wanted to verify it, maybe you could upload it to YouTube or something. I don't know. But yeah, I said GG's, and if you wanna come in for an interview and talk about what you did towards the end exactly, then you're very welcome to. So yeah. It looks like QVG is doing this other sub area. Has he planted the other seed yet, or is he doing that right at the end? I don't know. But yeah. Follow the runners, yeah. Both of these runners have been playing extremely well. They both deserve your follow. Like Lucid's very good 80% runner, he's very good at peas. Very underrated. And so is KVG, like KVG's got like a 102 and like he deserves more followers, like he's just very skilled at this game and he knows like the ins and outs of it. So yeah, definitely a hit them up with a follow. If you also want to follow the commentators, follow BP. He spent his time with me for an hour. So he deserves a follow for that, to be honestly.
That was my
But
pleasure.
he's also a pretty good SMO runner and a very good bingo player, so yeah, definitely hit him up with a follow. And follow me if you want.
Follow you, definitely.
Only if you want to. I'm not gonna push you. But yeah, looks like KVG is gonna go into Seaside where he shall be getting his last few squares, which is music notes and finishing up with those regionals and the seeds.
So here's the seed for KBG. After this, he just needs to go get the music note, and then he's done.
Yep. Anyone else missed these music notes being in the any percent route? Not me.
I miss it. I love the refresh, dude.
No, listen. Like, I don't know, the new, like, the quote unquote new is like, it is pretty good. So, yeah.
Sphinx dip is pretty pog.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like KBG's finished with a time of 50 minutes and 48 seconds on his timer. So yeah, GG's to KBG, and if he also wants to come in for, well, if he wants to come in for an interview, then he's more than welcome to. But yeah, these runners have been playing very well.
Yeah, it happens to everyone. The internet is very hard to control. My stream goes out like basically every 10 minutes. That's an exaggeration, but like I just have to hope that during my races it doesn't end up buffering too much to where it's not verifiable, because I also have a hard time local recording. So understandable, and glad you were local recording for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, my internet always hacks up when I drop loads of frames, and then it's like, but yeah, we were actually talking about this before stream went up. I was like, it's actually crazy how no one's complained about my internet whilst I've been commentating, so that's interesting.
Is that KG?
My mic okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. How are you?
Alright.
How was your race?
I'm pretty disappointed with how I played, particularly the end. I think I just lost. Like I just forgot like how to play the game in Metro, and that cost me. Yeah.
That
But I
sucks.
think earlier on I did better. I think at the start of the run I was doing alright.
Oh yeah, your 26 moon sand route was very, very well done. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I
Holy
was happy
cow.
about that. Yeah, I played that pretty well. I figured I needed purples, so going to Invisible Maze and Invisible Maze would be good. And then yeah, it just panned out really well.
Oh yeah, for sure. The routing of the Sphinx with, and then kind of doing the old any percent type of movement after flowing sands, that was really well done.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think I did that a bit well at least. Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were surprised at like how fast you like managed to get 26 moons in Sand. Like it's not easy to just sort of like add in 10 extra moons like on the fly. Like we were talking about how like impressive it was, how like, because what Lucid did was he like did Cascade all regionals, and then
Right.
like going into Lake you were both like really close together, so, and you were like ahead for a lot of the race, so it was actually really cool to see. So yeah, that Sandra was pretty good. So yeah, how were you feeling like about your route initially? Like, were you like always sticking with this route, or was there like ever a thing where it's like, oh, I wish I did this instead?
I think it took me a while to pick my route. I think usually I'm pretty quick at choosing what I want to go with, but here it took me a while, and I was still uncertain when I was getting Cascade purples at the start. And I finally came to going with this route, and I just stuck with it. But I don't know if it was the best. I haven't really looked at what Lucid went for. Yeah, Lucid's route definitely could have been better. But...
Yeah, he kind of spotted like a quote-unquote early finish in Metro, but he did get like all regionals in Two Kingdoms. He got like 18 moons and lost. So yeah, it was a question of like if it was like truly worth going for. But I mean, it worked out for him. I think there's nothing wrong with your route. I was saying that I think if I were to do this board, I would like do like the 50 regionals wooded tied in with the 40 regionals wooded. But
Right.
I think Seaside's made a lot of sense on this board.
Yeah, I think it was pretty hard to avoid. So I was just like, I'm gonna go there.
I'm actually surprised that you didn't go for bottom left, top right, because you got the moons in Deep Woods, and you could have done the 2 moons from slots, and you were getting a lot of treasure chest moons. So I was actually really surprised that you didn't actually go for them.
Yeah, I did not look at that. Now I'm looking at it, it probably would have made a bit more sense. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably would have went for that instead.
Yeah. I don't know what you'd replace with that though. Like, would you replace column 5 with that, or would you replace something else?
I'd say column 5 to get rid of the 26 moon sand in the lake sub areas.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, it was.
You might
it's
even
still
want
a
to.
really good.
The only
match,
problem
like,
then would be regionals, but you know, it wouldn't be too bad.
Like,
And
it was still a really good match. Like, you both finished like 3 minutes between each other. Like, even though we couldn't really see Lucid's side, like yeah, it was still really close. So yeah, it's a definite GG, and you shouldn't be like disheartened by like this board or whatever.
Yeah, I think I played alright. Like, I could have played better, but you know, I only really have myself to blame in Metro. Because in Metro, I kind of got really confused about what I was doing. There was a lot of things, and I was trying to like route it well, and I ended up just doing it horribly.
Yeah,
so,
it's really hard to like route those free seeds in, especially the one
Yeah.
by the slots. And it took you until you got the purples over there to realize like, oh heck, I still need to like plant this seed.
yeah, it was super stressful.
But yeah, like I said, bingo is really hard to like do, like obviously on its own, but then like to sort of play in front of people and remember your route, it's still pretty good. But so yeah, it's a definite GG for me.
Yeah. Pretty good time for a Seaside finish as well, so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you have anything else left to say?
No, not really. Good luck to Lucid in the next round. Yeah.
And yeah, and if we find any discrepancies with Lucid's VODs, then
Right.
Kappa. No, he's fine. Lucid won Slomidas, but unfortunately his stream died, but he did local record. So yeah. But yeah, thank you both for playing. Like I said, it was really fun to watch. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you everyone for watching.
And be sure to follow the runners.
Yeah, follow the runners.
And follow SpeedGaming, SpeedGaming 2 through 6, SpeedGaming, all of those channels. Lots of tournaments going on right now. Obviously, we got Mario Odyssey. I also am a big fan of Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is also going on right now. That and many, many more tournaments on this channel, so please be sure to stay tuned. I've been PP31.
Yeah. And I've been Eden8.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, guys.